Tired of dropping your phone or struggling to prop it up? Meet the Pop Sockets phone grip with expanding kickstand in black, your new must-have accessory. Don't miss out. Grab yours today. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
DWP set to confirm estimated number of PIP claimants affected by reforms this week. More than 1 million Brits could soon find out if they will be affected by controversial proposed changes to the Personal Independent Payment (PIP) system. An impact assessment is set to be published this week, potentially during today's spring statement. As reported by the Daily Record, several MPs lodged written queries with the Department for Work and Pensions, DWP, following the announcement regarding proposed changes to the welfare system. On March 18, in a statement to Parliament, Work and Pensions Secretary Liz Kendall unveiled new plans aimed at making the PIP more sustainable by tightening eligibility criteria, abolishing the Work Capability Assessment, WCA, and adjusting payment levels in universal credit to enhance the standard allowance. However, MPs are now seeking further details on the impact of these reforms, particularly the number of PIP recipients who will be affected once the changes, if successfully legislated, take effect in November 2026. Following the announcement last week, several media outlets reported that as many as 1.2 million claimants could be impacted. Sir Stephen Timms confirmed that an impact assessment is set to be published this week, potentially during today's spring statement. One of the most significant changes to PIP pertains to the eligibility for the daily living component. Rather than scoring between 8 and 11 points for the standard rate, or 12 points or more for the enhanced rate based on responses to a series of questions, descriptors, claimants will need to score at least 4 points in one of the categories to qualify. Read more. DWP Minister issues update on pension credit changes affecting all applications. This implies that an individual who scores 2 points for 5 questions would accumulate 10 points, but would not be awarded PIP as they did not score 4 points for one of the questions. Labour MP Neil Duncan Jordan queried the DWP about its estimation of the number of new PIP claimants who will not achieve a minimum of 4 points in at least one activity to qualify for the daily living element after November 2026. In a written response, Sir Stephen stated, "The information is intended for publication alongside the spring statement." Labour MP Bel Ribeiro-Atti posed the question, to ask the Secretary of State for Work and Pensions, Liz Kendall, if her department will publish an equality impact assessment on reforms set out in the Pathways to Work, Reforming Benefits and Support to Get Britain Working Green Paper, published on 18 March 2025. Sir Stephen's reply was, "We will publish the equality analysis for measures included in the spring statement alongside the spring statement, with equality analysis for other reforms, where possible, following shortly after." In another response, the DWP minister announced a further program of analysis to support development of the proposals in the Green Paper will be developed and undertaken in the coming months. Liberal Democrat MP Martin Wrigley also questioned whether the DWP has evaluated the potential impact of proposals to reform the personal independence payment on disabled parents and parents of disabled children. Sir Stephen has stated, "Information on the impacts of the Pathways to Work Green Paper will be published in due course. Many parents of disabled children will welcome the proposed increase from 16 to 18 in the age of transition from disability living allowance to personal independence payment." Don't miss, DWP says 1.3 million people will be £100 better off from April latest. HMRC alert as people on state pension may be owed cash insight. Grandparents doing childcare can get extra £303 in state pension informer. We use your sign-up to provide content in ways you've consented to and to improve our understanding of you. This may include adverts from us and third parties based on our understanding. You can unsubscribe at any time. Read our privacy policy. A further program of analysis to support development of the proposals in the Green Paper will be developed and undertaken in the coming months. In response to the Newton Abbott MP's query regarding the assessment of the potential impact of tightening the eligibility criteria for the personal independence payment on the ability of disabled people to afford their costs. Sir Stephen elaborated that PIP is a contribution to the extra costs of being disabled. He added, "We have set out plans to introduce a new eligibility requirement in PIP so that people must score a minimum of 4 points in one daily living activity in PIP to be eligible for the daily living component. We are mindful of the impact of this change, as such, in the Green Paper Pathways to Work. Reforming Benefits and Support to Get Britain Working, published on 18 March, we are consulting on how best to support those who lose entitlement, including how to make sure health and eligible care needs are met." He also reiterated that details on the impacts of tightening the eligibility criteria will be published in due course. The UK government has stated that the new measures are intended to create a welfare system that is fit for purpose and sustainable for future generations. The aim is to increase employment opportunities, stimulate economic growth, and address the escalating benefits bill, while also ensuring support for those unable to work as part of the government's plan for change.